Evening all, and welcome to episode 52 of season 7 of Factory Town, where we have completed our Omni Temple construction. We have done the research. We haven't completed the construction. We've done the research. It is done. It is done. It has been completed. Which means we no longer have any research to research. Oh no. Oh no. But there is more research. There is hidden research. Maha. Which I am wherever there is here. There is locked research. Oh no, here it adds all stuff here, and the only way you can get this is by building the Omni Temple. I think once you built it, it then unlocks the ability to give you stuff, because you need star coins for it. You see down there on the input it says Omni Stones, star coins, writing supplies, and purple coins for that one, and you need star coins, and star coins are only made in the Omni Temple, so we need to build an Omni Temple to get the infinite research things going. But that is pretty much the end of the game. Or the end of the research. Not the end of the game, we've got loads of stuff we could do in the game, which we're going to do. Now, I did get a few comments on the last episode, which was interesting. Jake first asked whether these were connected up for the Steam, and they are. They are connected up. It's just we're not getting enough crystals in. Not enough crystals in. And the other one was about the airships, which kind of relates to that one. Airships are cool. I love airships. They are fantastic. They do take 4 population a go, which I knew and had completely forgot about. They take 4 pop a go to build. So, going down the route of building a mining system here, or actually here, we're going to build a mining system here, and then ship the stuff down to what we're doing here, I think is the best way of doing it. And we can use Omni pipes to ship it underground. There we go. Now, Omni planters apparently regenerate slowly. I have actually never used Omni planters, at least not probably about a year, if not more. I've not used them since the new magic changes. I've not used a lot of stuff in magic changes. I haven't even used them in, I don't think I used them in any previous. I have used Omni planters, but that was back when they only worked with. No, hang on, I'm getting myself confused. That's when you had to use earth boosters to boost natural resources. So maybe not. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to build some mines for this. Although maybe not. And the reason I'm going maybe not is because I've got enough Omni Plant. I've got enough Omni Stones. We're full. This is going to start backing up. We're not going to use Omni Stones other than for infinite research. So I think right now I'm just going to kind of leave it, but have that in mind. If anything ever happens for it, then we will flatten down this mountain and we will put in stuff over here, and then we'll have it shipped back to here. That's the idea. I would like to put it this side. It makes more sense if we put it this side, but then we've got to fill in more land, and we've got our steam system over here. So yeah. The other comment was Robin about the purple coins. It was Barry Wilson who mentioned about the Omni planters are really slow. So thank you for pointing out. And the airships take 4 population. I did know that, but I had been ignoring it, and it's good to be reminded of it, because I was just ignoring it, and it's like, yeah, whatever. It just went out of my head. And the second you said it, I was like, oh yeah. So every time I build one, that's way more. And I don't think a locomotive uses any population, does it? No, both locomotives are completely free, so that's a better way to go for it. But okay. And Robin mentioned about the purple coins. Our purple coins are still going up, even though we are spending lots on there. So that is good. That is good. So what we want to do is towns. We can build 5 town centres. So we want 5 towns. So that's kind of what I want to look at today. We might get to building a few of them, but I kind of want to look at to where I want to build them. I mean, they could go anywhere at all. Doesn't matter. because they can happily live. You know, we could put a town right over here and just ship stuff in via rail. I do probably want to flatten the land out. I'm not too fussed about a town being up in the mountains, but I mean, if I build one here, I don't want to pick like a level and just flatten off, plateau the mountain off. So you know, we do that, and then and it also makes sense that the processing and industry towns are kind of close to each other. They don't have to be next, you know, like touching, but they should definitely be looking at it. They're looking at being close to it. And then we've got the farming one, which I kind of want to do over here somewhere. We've got plenty of stuff in here that's farming. I'm not fussed about the yields, because there's some irony here, is that this was made basically back at the start of the game. This still has 4% wood affinity, so we're really not using these things the way we would do before. I think stuff is slow. We need to industrialize. We need to go nuts with things. So I would like to put it, if I put it over here, I would like to encompass this and leave this as it is, because this is working. I like this. This is fine. So I think we'll do this, although this again was a little bit broken because I rebalanced it and then a patch change to rebalance it back again. So yeah, one farm can produce way more than it is here, but I just want to kind of have a look at how things go. So if we're going to do, well, farming is kind of its own thing. I mean, production, let's have a look, see exactly what's what. Let me refresh my memory. So farming is obviously all the food types. Say production, processing. Processing is, I mean, it has bread in there. Farming does not have bread. That's really the only thing. Or bread, fish, cooked food. So that's where you process all the food. So this would be, the farming would be where you get all the raw stuff. So we'd have a town and everything could be raw there. Don't really see a fishing bonus coming into it unless we can put it down over here by the water. I think there's plenty of flat land over here. I like the idea of putting it like over here and maybe moving this, or even putting it up here. Yeah, we could flatten down this bit of the mountain here and we could put it in here. Then we could have a fish going on. And then we just have the trains going around, connect everything up. I would like to kind of put the 5 towns in a square. That makes sense. So basically, if we go right, so this is one place. So we've got a corner here, and then we'll go along and we'll have another one over here, which is beautiful because that's really nice and flat land here. I like that. I like that. I like this. This I think is marshland. This one is the darker green. I really like that. That's my favourite one to play on. Previously, I couldn't use it because it wouldn't spawn stone. Now it does. So I'm very tempted to, if I ever start a map again, just do this one. It's got a little bit of humps in it. It's got places of water in it. But generally, it's flat. And I like flat land. The hills are quite nice. But yeah, so we do that. So we'd have another one here. And then we could say come over here and we could do up here on top of the hill. We could flatten everything out to this level. Level here. Flatten this whole hill off. And we could have the industry town here. We've then got the artistry and the magic town. Well, the magic town is going to go over here because this is where it is already. So we're just going to slap down something here and have that go on there. The difference to this is that we might well get rid of these grain here and then ship the grain in instead. I might not. I might just leave that and not fuss with it because it's all balanced and all working. And when we add magic to it, we would actually get bonus stuff. So you'll get affected by the magic, so you'll add more, but you don't get affected by the magic. Your farming speciality, and you are processing. So we might tear down a lot of stuff and basically rebuild stuff from scratch, which I kind of like the idea of. God, do I wish I could just restart the game at tech level 10 and just go, yeah, let's go. Let's just build ideally how we want to go. Have a complete flat map and rebuild at level 10. Just jump up to tech level 10 and go, yes, let's redo it. And I can't even restart this map. I don't think there is an option. Where was it? They're not. Yeah, there's a reset map, but when you go through multiple game resets, it doesn't work. It breaks things. So And even if you reset the map, you reset all your tech. But then we could cheat through the tech to the high level. But whatever. I'm mumbling. We can reset anyway. We can happily just delete everything and it will go back into the base and then just rebuild it from scratch. It's just the problem to that is that we will delete loads of stuff and then it'll be like, I need some conveyor belts and I don't have conveyor belts. Meh. 1,000 conveyor belts. That's probably all right. 1,000 rails. Need more rails. Definitely need more rails. Definitely need more rails. Let's kick that into high gear. And we might need more iron wheels because of reasons. So let's just upgrade this barn all the way. There we go. So we'll get 1,500 rails at least, and then we'll get 250 iron wheels. Because iron wheels are used for trains. So yeah. So okay. So yeah. So we'll do like one town here. I like that idea. We've got plenty of flat land here, but we'll do it here somewhere. Here somewhere. Nothing set. We'll do a processing one here. We'll go up and do the industry one above, and then the magic town here, which puts everything really close together. Which I don't necessarily like. I'm in town here because the area of effect of a actual base. I have got move on again. I've just left that on because I'm not gonna. I mean, the base I will move. This base I will move, and all the other bases should be empty. I think. Yeah, you've got no inventory, so it's just this one. But obviously, if I was to start the game again, I wouldn't do that. I don't mind moving them a couple of blocks. I kind of like the idea. I completely agree that, you know, oh, I need to move that barn over by like 3 blocks. Empty it out into another barn, build another barn, build it out, move it back again, do blah. Just allow you to pick it up and do it. So, but I'm just going to move this temporarily so that I can see the ranges of stuff. So this is a level 10 base. So yeah, if we put it here, we could flatten down this mountain up to that level there. So that becomes a nice steep building. We could flatten down this piece here. We could flatten down this whole mountain here. In fact, if we flatten down this whole mountain here, and that one, then you could go over here and still be covered an area for... Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be the first one. So I'm not going to... yeah, so this is going to... On that mountain's going to be the first one. And then we could come over and we could do, as I said, the processing... I mean, I kind of like the idea of putting the processing here because this is nice flat land. It's quite big. Not too far away from where we currently have our processing anyway. So we could put that there. And the train line would come along the very edge of the map. Come along here. It would go off and do whatever it's doing inside, but I just basically want a straight-ish line. The main train line would be a straight line. It'd be like a box going around. Then it comes down here and ends up at Magic Town, which is going to be here. And then it comes along here and ends up at Archery Town, which will probably be over here somewhere. Maybe here. Maybe over here somewhere. I haven't really decided where that could go. I mean, these could be repositioned. We could put Artist Town inside the desert. All you artists go and live in the desert. Maybe not. This is quite nice and flat. We could go right here. Fill in that river. Yeah, I think we'll put Artist Town up here. We'll fill in that river and we'll put Artist Town up here for the artistry. And then we've got the industry, which I kind of, as I said, want to put sort of here somewhere. But that means we've got 3 towns on one side, 1 town up here, and then 1 town right down here, which is fine. You know, the distance doesn't make any difference. And then this big flat area that we made here is going to be where our Omni temple lives, and it's going to have the infrastructure around it. I don't think we need this much space for it, but it's better to have more than not enough. But we'll put around it the infrastructure required to deliver every type of good the Omni Temple wants. So that wherever we're making it, we can just come in here and do that. And that's the idea. And then once we get that going and it's all automated, I will be happy. And that'll go. And we'll try, I mean, our happiness, I would like to try and get a higher happiness level overall, which does involve moving lots of goods around. So, you know, stuff that's made in the farming place will have to go over to the industry town, to the produce town to be made. The production, the processing town, not production, processing town. I mean, it's got a bit of bread. Artistry. does stuff like tailoring and other cooking stuff. See, that does fish and bread as well. So we could actually deliver it out to there instead. So the processing town is more of an industrial processing. It doesn't deal with food processing. The archery town deals with food processing. So the farming and the archery town talk to each other. The industry and the processing towns are connected to each other directly. And then there'll be another loop which connects all the towns together, which is like the output and input of goods, because processing town is going to require bread, which is going to be made at the archery town, and the archery town is going to require reinforced planks, which is made in the industry town. So that's the idea. That's the idea. So let's get down to business and defeat them evil Huns. Let's knock down a mountain, because that's what we do in our spare times. We can move mountains. Go. Somebody will wake up in the morning, come out, stare out the window, go like, "Was there a mountain there yesterday?" Everyone will be, no, there was never a mountain there. What are you on about? Must be crazy. Must be crazy. It's not like mountains just disappear overnight. I mean, look. Not even a sign of a mountain. Look, not even a bit of boulders on the floor. Look, there's a tiny hill there. Look, we've got a hill, got a lighthouse up there. Wow, that's a lot. That's a large area. Oh, actually, do you know what? Does that fits really well on this peninsula? Look at that. Look, we could. I'm gonna buy these two here. Boy and boy. Then we're going to flatten down the mountains here as well. A lot of our red coins. Red coins are not a problem. Red coins are easy to make. Red and yellow coins are easy to make. I do remember saying that before and then going, oh, look, I've run out of red coins. There's, famous last words and all that. Go up to about there. Bump. Oh, wrong button. Bump. There we go. And then you have a circular range that is pretty much the size of that peninsula. We'll bring it back a little bit. Look at that. That's awesome. That's awesome. We do want to get a bit of the water going, so that's what we'll do. We'll move you up to there. There we go. And then we've got some water going on here, so we can put in our fisheries up here. They can fish to their heart's content and still get the bonuses. In fact, do you know what? We're going to connect those two waterways up like that. Yep. Might even run the bit of the deeper water in a bit more, just to make it look a bit more realistic, unlike a man-made canal. Lakes were made. It's too deep now. It looks so realistic. That. Okay. And this is going to be Farmington. Farmington. Do you know what? Yes. Farmington. There we go. And then we're going to have Processton and Industryton and Artistryton. That's not you. You can pick better names than I can. You can pick far better names than I can. So yes, yeah. Let me know if you have better ideas for names, because that's Farmington works. The other one's like Industryton. What? Welcome to Industryton. What do you do here? Industry. Yeah. What are the requirements for farming? We need 2 farms. We need a pasture and a house. So let's do that. I'm just going to put the stuff down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have more than 5, but I'm just going to literally put it down for a moment to just get what we need. Farm. We need 2 farms. So 1 and 2. Yada yada yada. Yada. There we go. And what else do we need? And we need a pasture. Haven't really used any pastures, to be honest with you. There we go. Boom, we have pastures. So now we can set this as farming. Boom. Just so I know what it is. That's basically the idea of doing that. That is farming. So let's go and kind of establish where the other ones are going to be as well. We want another town centre. So kind of think if we put the processing town like here, we can fit in these lakes. It's not a problem. We already have a processing one anyway. No, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that because if we move it, it's going to break what's going on there right now. So put down one of those there. And can we upgrade this all the way? 8, 9. We can. Awesome. Right. I think we're going to be out of jewelry though. Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah. We need to bring over more iron. You can't really get iron from anywhere, can you? I was talking about this last episode and I did nothing about it. So let's just get iron and bring this over here. Drop it in that. Do your thing. Do your thing. Put iron in there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Obviously this is going to start running again because we're out of omni stones. You can drop your omni stones in there now. Thank you. Okay. And what do we need for processing town? Lumber mill, grain mill, stonemason, and 10 houses. One, 2, 4, 5. I was going to level the ground down, wasn't I? That's something that we should do. That we should do that. Yes, we should. I think that's why I wanted to upgrade it, because I wanted to see the area of effect. So we've got that sort of area of effect here, which is fine. I think we're going to bring it over this way a little bit. Put it down there. There we go. Okay, so we need to fill in this lake, this lake, this lake, and that lake. Why not? Why not fill them all in and make the hand land completely flat? Yeah, we could leave it 3-dimensional and build that way, but we have the technology, we have the power. Terraform. We're doing it for the good of our people. They don't need water, they don't need natural water. What they need is water that comes from wells or from shrines or something like that. And we might well move these over. They might actually get integrated into it, but not in their current form. We're going to build things a little bit more OCD friendly. I think is the best way. Like here, where I did the whole everything must be perfectly aligned and be symmetrical and work fine, which is I don't have OCD. I don't mind when things aren't perfectly straight and stuff like that as well. I like symmetry because it works. If you build something that is compact and symmetrical, you can just copy and paste it, and it works really well when it comes to games. But I have no issue with buildings like the towns, the houses. The houses are not symmetrical. You know, they've got a chimney on one side, they've got a little extension at the back. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Don't mind that. Don't mind it. Okay, so that's there. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. Location, location, location. Copy. No, copy. Thank you. Apparently our victory conditions are to build a Omni Temple, so we will win the game when we build the Omni Temple. Cool. Oh, wait. Okay. And then you also want grain mill, stonemason, and lumber mill. Lumber mill. Boom. Grain mill. Boom. And mason. Yay, and then we can have processing done. Awesome. Okay. What I'm going to do with this one is I think I'm just going to disconnect the inputs to it. And then just let it filter out. We're not actually doing anything with our reinforced planks. They might get moved over. That is a fair distance to move it, so that's kind of like it's not just a couple of blocks for the barns. So I might have to do it the more legitimate way. But I think I might actually just sell this and be done with it. I just want to get the towns established where they are, so we know where the borders are, so we can go, well, hey, if this is the border of it, just on the outside here is where the train's going to go. And then we'll put the stations on the edge there, because I don't want to waste the land inside. I kind of really wished instead of having a circle, they'd have a square influence. That would be nice. Especially when you're building on a grid game. Okay, so there's that one there. Magic Town we know is going to be over here. We've already kind of established where Magic Town is going to be. I can yoink this one because this isn't needed anymore. Let's grab that one. So processing town we're going to put up here in the mountains. In the mountain. Can't upgrade you, we don't have enough crowns. You building crowns? You are. And you can output goods into the chargers. Everything would be okay, I think, perhaps. Maybe. We don't know. There we go. We can upgrade this one out. Boom. Level 10. There we go. But okie dokie. So that's the area for that one there. Wow, that's huge. I need to try using the smooth tool to try and build the mountain back up here where we dug into it. But unfortunately, the smooth tool has a terrible thing with it where it can bury buildings. Literally bury buildings. I have actually had a point where I used it near a path and it brought the road was like down here in the bottom, and it brought the mountain up to smooth it out, leaving the road at the bottom, which means I couldn't build anything on the mountain because there's a road there. And also, I couldn't use the flatten tool to flatten the mountain back down again because you can't flatten things when there's stuff on top of them. It doesn't work. So I can't use the flatten tool to flatten that down from this level because there's something there. So it wouldn't let me flatten the mountain back down again. I think I had to go literally zoom in and get under the map like this in order to delete the path, and then I could smooth things. So you need to make sure everything's out the way before you ever use the smooth tool. It's a bit weird. It sort of ignores the rules of buildings. It just does really strange things that I don't know. But yeah, so this is kind of where the processing town is going to go. I don't want to flatten anything out just yet. That's just where it's going to be established. After we move the processing town, sorry, not processing, this is going to be the industry town. So we need to do that. Needs a machine shop, 2 forges, and a house, which is fine. Processing doesn't actually do anything for forges, does it? No. Industry increases. Wait, what? Hang on. No, processing does do stuff for forges. I thought so, yeah. Processing does do iron, gold, and nails. Industry does iron, nails, axes, and all that sort of stuff. Industry is one of the smaller ones. It does 2 types of water. I guess it helps wells. Oh, it helps wells and pumps. So it does. I can't mouse over that to find out what it is, but I'm assuming it helps this one as well. Provided by a water doesn't actually say. Well, whatever, it helps well. It could also be helping someone else as well. It could be pumps. I don't know. Not important. So the industry can do, yeah. So the industry is where stuff's going to be made. We won't necessarily have any forges working in there, although there's no reason why we couldn't. You know, we could have a forge there making a bit of iron because everything that's in there is using iron by the looks of it. So there's no reason we're gonna have 2 forges in there anyway. We're gonna have loads of machine shops. That's easy, but we're gonna have 2 forges in there, so we might as well use them for some reason. You know, we could have a bit of coal going. So we're gonna have a town somewhere else doing things. I don't know. Well, I never looked at the infinite research. You can increase your houses, so you can always get more houses. You can increase the speed of the temples, the shrines, which have the same icon as that. The recharger speed, omni crowns, mana pipe speed, omni pipe speed, and crop yield. So you can't. There isn't like a. Each one costs 1 star coin. You could say, for 10 star coins you can get another city centre, but there isn't one. There isn't one, so that's all conjecture. But yeah, so that's going to be our processing town up there. But I don't want to build putting things down because we need to flatten the ground down. I don't want to flatten the ground for that. Magic town's going to go here. We know that. And then artistry town. Do we want to put archery town in the desert? Do we want to put it next to the desert here? I think next to the desert's probably the nicest one. Who wants to live in a desert? We had a big casino over here, casino town. Casino night zone, yay. No, I think we'll put it here. We might fill in this river. Then we'll have it here. So, no, Magic Town's going to go down there. And we'll put one here. And that, when it gets upgraded, I don't think we can upgrade it all the way at the moment, can we? Nope, we don't have enough. We don't have enough enchanted books. That's surprising. But yeah, so that will go here, and that'll establish that. So then our train track will go pretty much down the edge of the map into the desert, out on there. That's good because we can pick up some goods. There could be little outposts around that pick up goods, and we could put it onto the main train line. So we always pick up iron from every different location where the train gets near iron. Drag the iron into the industry town. Pick up any manor that's nearby. Pick up stone and stuff, and cactus. Pick it all up and drop it off wherever it needs to go to. So that would be fine. Which was going to be interesting because we need to build a train system that is going to know whether the trains are pick-up drop-offs, whether they are what town they belong to. Because if we have a bread train, we don't just want one bread train driving around. I kind of thought of that idea before of we'll just have we'll fill up the bread train at the artist's place. It would be now. We'll fill up the bread train here with bread. Because the bread. I'm just picking on bread. It could be any goods, but we'll pick up the bread here. And we'll put 5 carriages on it, and then we'll go. And the first stop it will be our this town here, the town centre. And that will pick up the bread, and that's fine. And then we'll go along to the farm town. We'll go along to our processing town, and we'll drop off bread here. And then by the time we get to our industry town, we've got no bread left. And then by the time the train makes it all the way around back to here and fills up again, the first town needs bread again. So that won't really work. What we're going to need is rails, not just connecting like on a big loop, but we're going to also need rails going from here to that town, from here to that town. And from here to the farming town, to processing to the industry town. So each town needs a direct link to each other town, rather than a loop. I think that would work better. Which would mean central town. Oh, I want to redo things already. I want to put the artistry town in the center, because that's the one that has all the food. Not that food is more or less important than anything else. But it's difficult to have 5 towns go to a centerpiece. If we had the Omni Temple here and we said every town basically connected to this, and then there was a loop around this, and then it went off to wherever it was going to, that would work. Actually, we'll do that. We'll just link every town to the Omni town, the Omni Temple, and then we'll just label them, and we'll just go, hey, you are. We'll call it farming artistry train. And then it knows. It's like when it ends up on the link, it goes, okay, this is the farming area. There was also, I've just realised the time we're going over here, but there was also on the Discord, they were talking about how trains may get multiple tags, which would be awesome, which would be fantastical, because that means I could tag a train with farming town, Farmington, and Archeryton, and it would then go along and go, hey, I'm a farming, there's farming, go down farming. Do what I've got to do down there. Then when I come back, make sure you join the track after the turn off for the farming, which you would do anyway. And then it will go round, and it will go, well, I'm not going to processing, I don't do that. I don't go to industry, I don't go to magic, but I do go to archery, so I'll come back down here again. And it can pick up goods and drop off goods. That is going to be the weirdest thing to try and do. The pick up and drop off and stuff like that. We might have multiple rails going. There might be a pickup rail, a drop off rail. I don't know. I'm kind of going to make this up as I go along. I have a plan, like an overall plan. None of the details are finite yet, and everything is impossible to change. It is possible to change, not impossible to change. Everything is possible to. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave this one here, and we're going to come back next time and kind of just take it from there and see what happens, I think. Yeah. Oh dear, this is going to be an interesting undertake. A very interesting undertaking. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Sorry it's been a bit of talking and not a lot of virtual playing, but that's the plan. Let me know what you think of the plan. Let me know if you think it's stupid and you have a better idea, or if you think there are some tweaks and stuff that are coming to it. And yeah, just let me know what you think, and we'll come back next time. And until then, as always, have fun.